And welcome to the first ever edition of Conversation with Supervisor Bryan Martyn. And here I am with the supervisor from District 2, Bryan Martyn. And we're going to get to know a little bit about him since this is his first show. He's going to introduce himself to us, and we'll find out a little bit about the supervisor and his priorities for the upcoming year. Supervisor, thank you for joining us. Let's talk a little bit about yourself, a little history on Bryan Martyn for everybody.
Well, first, Joe, thanks for putting this together and making this happen. It's important that everybody get a chance to meet their elected officials and be able to reach out and touch them, and this is a great place to start. I'm a local guy. I grew up out here in the valley. I went to school in Tempe on McClintock about 100 years ago. And then we moved around the world with the military. Most people know I'm a military guy. I'm a helicopter pilot. Was in the Army for about 12 years flying Apaches, and then went to the Air Force and flew their special operations helicopters. Lived all over the world, Korea, Germany, England, Texas, Alabama, New Mexico. Got to fight in Desert Storm, and then was also in Bosnia, and then Iraq twice, and Afghanistan twice. So lots of time away from the house. But we had the chance to move back to Arizona. My last duty assignment was out at Williams. Now I think it's Phoenix Mesa Gateway now. Williams, for those that grew up out here. And it's so good to be home. We moved here back home about 5 years ago and recently retired.
So you said this was the only place you really wanted to move to.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, well, that's tricky now. The only place, if I always say, if money wasn't a factor, I'd have a home in Switzerland, but just because it's so beautiful there. But yeah, we could have moved back pretty much anywhere we wanted in America, and there was never a doubt. Arizona was it.
Let me ask you, is it different switching from the Army to the Air Force? A lot of people may wonder, you know, they see the career guys, the career Marine, career Navy, career Air Force. What made you change?
Well, I guess I'm more like a career helicopter pilot. The big change was the opportunity out there. I was flying Apaches and having a great time doing that all over the world. And the Air Force needed special operations helicopter pilots, experienced guys. So we talked about it with my wife and looked at what our options were. And when it came right down to it, it wasn't a real tough decision. My duty locations were either Florida or England, and that was the only place we had those helicopters. So that was a pretty easy decision, because with the Army I ended up bouncing back and forth between Korea and Texas, or Korea and Alabama. And Korea is a beautiful country, but it's really tough on the family to be gone like that. So.
Well, we had a chance to have Supervisor Martyn take a tour with the Army Air National Guard here in Arizona, and we're going to go ahead and show you his training vehicle that he trained in as a helicopter pilot, and he's going to show us around it and show us what it took to fly these things.
This is an OH-58 Alpha Plus. It's the kind. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't even know we had any more of these. I learned to fly in this helicopter back in 1988, so it's been a while.